Jerónimo Moreno.
Okay. Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket for November 1st, 2022. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Marufo, would you call our first case, please?
Top of page 1, Judge. In cause number 2021-0D00324, State of Texas versus David Torres. Announcement of counsel, please.
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. State's ready on Geronimo Moreno.
Is this David Torres?
This is David Torres, Judge.
Okay.
With
State's ready on David Torres, Your Honor. Samantha Rogg.
Okay. Mr.
Jim Darnell for David Torres. We're ready, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Rago, what's the rec in this case?
The rec is 10 to do, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Darnell, I saw we have a motion for continuance, but your client has been in custody for over a year. So what are we waiting on? I gotta assume, I'm assuming he's rejecting the rec.
Yes, Your Honor, he is. This is a case where we're going all the way back to the original statutory rape charge. I've spoken to the original complaining witness several times, and we were finally able to meet with her in San Angelo 2 weeks ago and talked to her for about 4 hours. And she wants to undo this whole thing, says it never happened. So
Ms. Rago, let me ask here. I think I remember in the past that being part of, I think defense, has had a previous request to continue. Maybe it was agreed, and I think it was along those lines in terms of maybe having some further investigation with the complainant. Ms. Rago, have you spoken with your complainant?
I haven't talked to the original complainant, which was, I believe, sometime in the 2010s. Mr. Darnell, if you can get me that information, we can. I was under the assumption it was already a conviction. We were going to proceed, and we don't have a complainant on this charge.
The failure to comply. What are the issues on that, Mr. Darnell, or how are we? How is that impacting this trial?
Well, Your Honor, if it was never a valid conviction, and what she tells me it wasn't, then I honestly don't know how that will impact a failure to register. But certainly, if in the worst scenario from my perspective, if we've got documentation to show that this never happened, then I would think that would impact the rec significantly, because 10 TDC is a pretty significant rec.
Does he have, I'm not looking at any type of PSR or anything like that. Does he have previous pen trips? Is that part of what? Okay.
He's got one for failure to register.
So this is
at least according to him, nobody would ever go back and talk to the original complaining witness. Well, we've done that now, and we got to figure out what we do with it now that we've done it.
So I'm still failing to see if he's already pled, there's some underlying conviction that I understand you're questioning, Mr. Darnell, but he's already pled once to a failure to register based on that, right? And now we're here at another one. I don't really know that kind of changes my outlook on trying this case. I mean, if there's something, it sounds like you've prepared in terms of the underlying issue with that witness. Is there anything else that's delaying or why we need to continue?
It is gonna be, we're gonna have to go back and meet with her, and we will probably need to get a writ on file. Is where I think this is gonna take us.
Ms. Rago,
State's ready, Your Honor.
and your position on the continuance?
I would prefer to have it sometime in December, a quick reset if there is going to be a reset. But I'll defer to the court, Your Honor.
So how many continuances do we have up until this point? He's been in custody for 151 days at least. Let me look.
So it looks like this is number 3, Your Honor. So there was the March 25th, and then there was
then
an addition August.
Yeah, we're on trial setting number 3. Mr. Darnell, let me look at the calendar. Myrna, can you look at the trial dates in December? I'm going to try and do the same. I know we have a bench trial somewhere in there. I'm not sure exactly what date it is. But right off the 14th, Judge. Yeah, right off the bat, I'm looking at the 9th, and the 9th looks really good. Do you see anything? I know we have a special setting there, but I think I know what's going on with that special setting. And is this one, let me double check. Do we have it on the, do we have jury panels for the 8th, Marufo? December 8th?
No, Judge, we have it for the 9th, but we can ask for December 8th also, Judge.
Yeah. And Myrna, the bench trial is when?
The 14th, Judge.
Okay. What about the week of the 2nd? We have 4 panels or 2 panels for that week.
We have December 2nd, 2 panels, Judge.
And so we don't have any on the 1st?
No, Judge.
Okay. So, Mr. Darnell, I will reluctantly grant this continuance, but it'll be for the 9th of December, reset on the trial date. That's where we're going. I mean, your client has been in custody for a very long time, and I'm really not sure where we're headed with that. But I'll give you a small window to work on it. Ms. Rago, I don't know what information you're going to be looking at, but please, whatever it is, have some type of position response. If there's a new rec sooner than later, I'd rather not wait till the final hearing plea deadline if that rec is going to change. The final hearing plea deadline will be December 6th at 10 a.m. Okay.
December 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next? Who's next?
Top of page 8, Judge.
Uh-huh.
Top of page 8. And cause number 2019-0D01765, State of Texas versus Jeronimo Robert Moreno. Announcement of council, please.
I'm sorry, what page?
Page 4, Judge. The second one on page 4.
Okay, go ahead.
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. State's ready, Your Honor.
Jose Trochet on behalf of Mr. Jeronimo Moreno. Your Honor, we had reached an agreement at some point for a dismissal in exchange for restitution, but I don't like to offer things I don't have, so I have no money in my trust account. And so I have approached my client several times about, even if you don't have all of it, bring me some money, I'll put it in my trust, and then I can offer that. And but that has not happened. So the only thing I can think of now is to keep it on a trial track and just hope for the best.
Well, you're on the trial track. We got some jury panels for you this week.
Oh,
so what's the restitution?
It's around 9,000, is that?
Yes, Your
Around
Honor.
9,000, yeah,
So-
yes, Your Honor.
We have a couple options. 5 deferred restitution, 76.55, which is half of what's owed, and that can be paid out during probation, or this 95.11 for dismissal, and that was set to expire November the 4th, or 12-month state jail, Your Honor.
So this is another one. 2019 case? No. Where's your client? Did Mr. Moreno check in?
I believe so, Your Honor.
We need him here. Okay,
I talked to him just a few days ago, Your Honor. Let me get my secretary here.
Sure.
NG,
we'll put you on hold here for a second while we get Mr. Moreno on. For my
Okay.
purposes, you're going to trial, Mr. Trochet. So he needs to come up with an answer.
is he on?
When was this indicted, Ms. Rago?
But they never have them go
Let
on.
me check, Your Honor. Date on the indictment is October 19, 2015.
Your Honor, if we could have a little history on this, here's what happened. He was, this case happened even before that. I don't forget the date of the, don't have an indictment right in front of me, but it kind of laid around for a couple of years. And then when they finally got indicted, they had trouble finding the complaining witness, the former ADA that was on the case. In fact, we set it for a dismissal because, and then she popped up. Some of the issues in this case, Your Honor, apparently she did get some of the money back from him, at that time, and because she needed some money to for something or else, and then he bought some parts, and he's no longer in the business. In other words, doesn't have his own shop anymore. So at this point, Your Honor, I'm just not in a position to offer anything because I don't have anything to offer, I guess.
I understand, but it's a very old case.
It is, Your Honor.
So I am not, you all are set for this week. So my question is, I don't have you originally set for Thursday and Friday, but I do have panels on both days. Is the state ready? Do you have contact with all your witnesses, your complainant, all of that good stuff, Ms. Rago?
I was banking on the first 2 outgoing. Last contact was on 8/8/2022. We can.
Okay, so you have, okay, well, it's set. My only question is going to be to council, if you are good to start with panels on Thursday, or do you need to start on Friday?
We would request to start on Friday on this case, Your Honor.
Okay,
Mr. Moreno's in the lobby, Judge. You want me to bring him in?
bring him in. Mr. Moreno, we are here on your case, but it looks like you're driving. Can you please pull over?
You're on mute too.
So while we wait for him to park safely, we were discussing the case that is set for trial this Friday, Mr. Trochet, Ms. Rago. The offer, Ms. Rago, if you could, I'm going to mute him for now because that's very noisy. What the offers are at this point.
It's 5 years deferred restitution of half of what's owed, which is $4,755.50, or restitution for dismissal, which is $9,511, and that has to be done by the November 4th setting, or 12-month state jail.
Okay, Judge, has your client been aware all this time, I guess, of those different offers?
Yes, Your Honor, we have spoken. He's been to my office on several occasions, and he's always been on these Zooms every time we've had one. So yes, he is aware of it, Your Honor. At some point in time, we were the plan was to come up with some money, put it in my trust account, then I would offer it, and then Ms. Rocco would probably convey it to the defendant. After all this time, the defendant might just accept it. So to answer your question, yes, Judge, he's been aware of.
Ms. Rago, how long has that rec been on the table? Because this case was indicted in April of 2019.
Sir, yes, Your Honor. So this was, a rec was from August 31st of 2022.
Is that the first time you offered that rec?
Mr. Avila, he offered the 5 deferred, and then with the
That was
restitution.
with half
That
the
was-
restitution?
Restitution included full amount, which was the 9511. That was December 2nd, 2021. And so my recommendation was from August 31st of 2022.
But in any event, we're aware that there's a significant amount of restitution, and Judge, we don't have any restitution, not even $100.
Not even, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're going to trial. Mr. Moreno, you are set for trial this Friday. This is a very old case. The state has made at least variations on a recommendation that involve restitution, and restitution has been something that has been outstanding. And what I'm hearing is there has been no effort to make any restitution, and that's fine, but either you're going to trial or there's some other disposition of this case. This is a very old case. So, Judge, I will, if you want to come back on Thursday for whatever reason, for any type of hearing or provide us notice or as a follow-up to this final hearing plea deadline, but we have jury sheets for you for Friday. We have 2 panels, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Ms. Rago, are you ready on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So the court is ready. This case is very old and has been pending some type of agreement and some type of effort, I guess, on your client's end if he was going to attempt to make restitution. If not, you know, every right to go to trial, and we have his jury, we'll have his jury on Friday.
Okay, Your Honor, I will go ahead and have Mr. Moreno come in and see me today, and we'll respond. So if I understand it correctly, if there's any break or anything else that I need to do, I can do it on Thursday, and then.
Correct. I don't have a problem continuing this hearing and using it maybe for any pretrial matters on Thursday morning. But with the age of the case, you all are number one. I don't know if I may have somebody else in custody. No, I think, well, there's one we won't know till this afternoon, but I think that one's going to be resolved as well.
Right.
So you all are number one.
Okay, Your Honor. Then
Okay,
bring
so
Mr. Moreno
I'll
in
set
and
it,
get back.
Mr. Troche, I'll set you for 10 o'clock on Thursday, okay?
10 o'clock Thursday. Thank you, Your Honor.
Please have your client, I'll say we do that in person. So let's do it maybe at 11.
At 11? All right.
Yeah, let's do it at 11. What I'll say is this, if we're looking at a plea, be ready to plea that day.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll contact Ms. Rago also, yeah.
All right, Mr. Moreno, go meet with your attorney. We're gonna come back. Your client is required to appear on Thursday, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much for your time. Who's next?
Bottom of page 3, Judge,
Uh-huh,
in cause number 2021-0D00542, State of Texas versus Manuel Molina Alcantar. Announcement of council, please.
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. State Attorney, Your Honor.
Alex Shuela for Mr. Alcantar. We're ready, Judge.
okay, good morning. Sorry, I'm looking at messages. So that 2019 case got by me, but because you all were number one. But let's hear it. Ms. Rago, the final hearing plea deadline, what's the rec?
The recommendation is 10 deferred, Your Honor.
And we cannot accept that, Judge, because of his immigration issues.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a fine rec.
Yay, Ms. Rago. So here's, here's going to be part of my problem. Is this one where we would need more than 2 courtroom panels?
Very possibly, Judge, because of the nature of the case.
Yeah. I agree.
And because it did receive some media attention. I don't know if anyone would remember it, but.
Here's my next question. Would 3 be good enough, or are you thinking we absolutely need 4? Yeah, if we need, it's
Hard
kind
to
of
say.
like 4 or 5 eat, 6 eat, it's kind of the same thing. If you need 3, you probably need 4. Okay, so then my question to you all is this. Are you all prepared to start jury selection on Thursday? I don't have you scheduled for Thursday. I have you scheduled for Friday. But if we want 4 panels, we got to start on Thursday.
Let me look at my calendar.
Sure.
This date can be ready, Your Honor. I want to be candid with the court. I met with the detective that did the phone dump this morning. She indicated tomorrow she's going to be 9 months pregnant. So if we can have this case earlier rather than later, and she indicated she'll be out for 12 weeks for maternity leave. So if it doesn't go on the setting, if we can ask for a 12-16 week recess, Your Honor, or reset for a jury trial.
How's your calendar, Mr. Shawala? Okay, well, let me ask this. She's not like due in the month of November, is she?
She's due the end of the month. And I found this out this morning, Your Honor.
I mean, any concerns on that other than we don't know what, I mean, we'll be fine, right? Yeah, okay.
We're hoping.
Judge, we could do Thursday, but at the same time, my client's not in custody. So if we want to reset it to a time where we don't have pregnant people and multiple like panel issues or whatever, it doesn't matter to me. We're ready now, but we'll be ready later. My guy's not in custody.
Well, we can do it if we have, okay, so for now, you all are set. And if we start, we're going to start on Thursday. I will get you the jury sheets for all 4 panels. So we're not behind the ball there. There's a few moving parts here. So I'm just going to tell you to gear up where to go. Okay. All right.
How will we just get an email from the court, or if things change? I know.
Expect to hear
Judge
from us.
Tracey
I'll say tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, but I mean like tomorrow morning. Like we still have a few things at the 3 p.m. docket. So okay. I just don't want you to, say, oh no, you didn't tell us, but just expect to go.
All
right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
So we need to have them for Thursday, 8:30. Okay, that pretty much answers my question. Okay, who's next? Thank you, Mr. Shawala.
We're just waiting for the 10:30 probation hearing, Judge.
Okay, I see Miss Mendiola. Does she have an attorney?
I got Mr. Olivas as her attorney.